This is going to be the highly requested how to make your curls last as long as humanly possible video. Good day, beautiful souls. Thank you for coming back for yet another video of the Curl Chronicles series. I hope your day is going great. I hope that whatever you are going through, it gets better, and make sure to stay always optimistic and understand that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. Okay, time to get on with the hair stuff. This again applies to my texture of hair, my porosity, my curl pattern, and the way that I have maintained my hair over the years. So these tips and tricks may not work exactly the same for everyone. However, I hope that you can at least take some of them and tweak them to work in the best way for yourself. We're going to kick things off with day 2, since I already started my day 1 video essentially with my styling video. This is how I would rock my day 1. You can check it out here. And after sleeping in my super cute head sock thing, it's literally just a sock for your hair. It's a silk sock, and it's amazing. It comes with this little band that you tie around the base of it. So you would tie it right here just for extra leverage, just to make sure it doesn't fall off when you sleep. The only thing that I would change about this is that I wish it had some type of traction lining around the band, kind of like headbands do, so it would stay on, because it does kind of move slightly if you don't have it tightened enough, or say you have some like funky night of sleep. It can sometimes move. However, I would give it like an 8 out of 10 in regards to preservation of my curls. I will link this in the description box below. I just took it off, and this is what they came out looking like, which is an awesome place to start for day 2 hair. To go over a few things before I begin my day 2 styling process, I want to talk about how I live day to day, controlling the oils, making sure that my hair stays as clean as possible, how I handle exercising, build up, etc., etc. I'd say the most frequent question I get is how I exercise and maintain my hair that many days. And this may sound strange to some of you, but I honestly prefer the texture that comes from wearing in my hair over a period of time. When my hair is freshly cleansed, it doesn't have a lot of texture to it. It's super silky, it won't hold volume as easily. And I noticed that as I wear my curls over the course of a few days, they actually get tighter and more coily. So as for exercising, I exercise 6 out of 7 days of the week. Now, to maintain this sort of buildup, I will massage my scalp to disperse any oils down my hair, especially once I've started my styling process and I add a little bit more moisture to it. I'm able to work it down the shaft of my hair. My hair never smells. My hair doesn't show oil very easily at all. The only sign that I get when it's time to actually cleanse my hair is that I get a slightly itchy scalp. And additionally, that my hair starts becoming quite tangled. And while it's good to give your hair a break from cleansing so frequently, it's also good to maintain detangled hair to an extent, because it can also be damaging to your hair whenever your hair gets knotted and tangled and begins to dread, as you probably know if you have curly hair. It's super important to allow your hair to finish drying completely. So I'll be styling sometimes and it won't be completely dry, it'll still be kind of damp, and I'm just like, dang, yo, this is not gonna look good. Like, I can tell right now that this is just not gonna be a good hair day. And then 20 minutes later, after I have let my hair completely dry, the coils have defined themselves, the volume is there, and I'm rocking it and happy with the results. But every time, it never fails. It's got that weird, like, damp frizz to it, and I'm just not feeling it. And that's where I come to tell you, have a little faith in your hair, okay? So we're going to start with a spray bottle. You can get these anywhere. I got this specific one at Target. All that's in it is water. However, if you have drier hair or you want to add some extra nutrients into it, I do recommend adding a couple drops of castor oil or even a leave-in conditioner. You can dilute it in this bottle and it will add that extra benefit to your hair. I'm going to start by holding half of my hair up just to make sure I get the moisture in there really well. And please always be sure to be as gentle as you can with your hair. I feel like a lot of times I catch myself being impatient with my hair and I will just tear through it, and that results in additional breakage and tearing out hair. Like, I will walk away with balls of hair that I don't know how they came out of my head without being noticeable. But obviously that's not a good thing. So just be gentle with your hair. I'm going to start by spraying it at the roots. and down.
I'm gonna flip this over. You're just going to fluff it up and mist it everywhere.
I also like to take this and press it directly against my scalp up in my roots and spray a few times just to make sure that that water is reaching my roots. I'm starting off with my Ultra Defining Gel by Deva Curl. And I'm going to add some water to it to dilute it. Since my hair already has product in it from yesterday's complete styling process, I want to be careful about how much product I apply to it now. So I'm going to really focus on diluting any extra product that I add. This is going to help maintain any frizziness over the course of the few days that we are going to try to make our curls last. Next, I'm going to add my frizz-free volumizing foam.
I'm going to dilute it down.
Another way to combat the product buildup is by making sure that you're using very broad applications and not focusing on one specific area at a time. So whenever I diluted those on my hands, I took the biggest handfuls that I could to make sure that I was covering as much area as I could with the product. And now I'm going to finish things off with my Set It Free finishing spray. With this, I actually like to dilute it as I use it. So when it first comes in, obviously it's full. I will use it until there's a little bit of empty space left in the bottle. Then I will gradually add water to it.
I'm going to give it another gentle scrunch.
So this is kind of what I mean when I mentioned earlier about this weird like damp frizziness where I'm just like, yo, it's not gonna work. It's gonna dry and it's gonna look terrible. So please make sure you're giving your hair the full amount of time to dry before overloading product, thinking that you're going to solve this frizziness that may not be there whenever it's finished. I've made that mistake before where I think that this is just how it's going to look. Where I think that this matted texture is just how it's going to look, and then I add more product and I mess everything up in product overload. I'm going to give myself the necessary time to allow this to dry, and then I'll be back. And I'm back with fully dried curls and a fully styled head of hair. As you can see, the frizz and weird like dampness texture that had me worrying at first has gone away since I let my curls dry completely. I did use the methods from my volume video to achieve lasting volume, but as far as my opinion is concerned, I feel like these curls could pass for my day one curls. They did hold up really well. I'm going to go along my day as per usual. I am going to work out and I'm going to sleep in my hair sock again. I'm going to put a little break in the video and I will be back tomorrow for day 3. Oh my god, I wrote it on the wrong knuckle. Wow. Anyways, day 3, what up? So, good morning. I woke up this morning. I woke up in the middle of the night and my hair sock thing was beneath my head on my pillow and my hair was out. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to maneuver this thing. I feel like the best way to do it is to cover your ears when you wear it, like so. Instead of tucking them behind your ears. I think I tucked it behind my ears last night and that's why it fell off. This is how I woke up and this is what they look like. So I've got a pretty good head of hair to work with today, I guess. I am noticing that it's getting a little knottier, but that's not a big deal. We're gonna use it to our advantage. I do want to clarify something for some people. I feel like whenever I say that I'm not cleansing my hair for 5 days, people think that I might not be showering for 5 days, and that's not the case. I shower every single day, sometimes twice a day. But I'm just not like running my head under the faucet. I'll tie it back or loosely or whatever. I'll just avoid getting it super drenched. Honestly, I find that whenever I leave it down and I am taking a shower, the steam and the moisture in the shower kind of help preserve the curl. So day 3, I'm going to get my entire head wet, very wet, because you can see that I'm getting a little bit frizzy in here. You can see where my curls are kind of like doing that jazz. So, and what combats frizz? What did you say? Yeah, I didn't hear you. Moisture, yeah, that's right. So we're gonna take some of this. I'm just going to spray my water all over my hair. I'm going to give it a light little scrunch. I'm going to take my hair tank top that I use. Very lightly absorb some of that water. So as you can see with this method alone, whenever I add the water directly to my scalp, it's going to help maintain any of that product buildup, any of the oils that are being produced from certain activities. It's going to help distribute that down the shaft of your curl and fight any frizziness that may come from wearing your curls for multiple days. And with that, I'm going to let my hair finish its process of drying completely before showing you the 3rd day curl. Just a quick little update before my curls completely finish drying. There is still a little bit of moisture in them, but I am noticing a little excess frizz here on top. So I am going to come in with my frizz-free volumizing foam just to combat that a little. I'm going to be very sparing with any product that I add from here on out because that is going to show. It's going to make your curls look not as lush and alive as they do on the 1st and 2nd days. It's going to kind of look like you have that product cast in your hair, almost as if you've sprayed a bunch of hairspray. And then I'm going to just spray a little more, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm back. My hair is completely dried, and this is the final look for day 3. I'm going to get up close here and show you some of the baby frizzies that are making an appearance now on day 3. This is something that I don't think anybody else other than like me personally is going to pick up on. As you can see with the distance, it looks like pretty defined styled hair. I don't know that you would be able to guess that I have slept in this for 2 nights already. I hope not, that's the goal. I'm happy with how this looks for day 3. That's a wrap. Again, tonight I'm going to sleep with my hair sock, and always remember to be patient with your hair in regards to adding more product when it is damp, because no matter how damp it is, even if it's so slightly damp to the touch, it's going to look different then than it is whenever it is entirely dry. Like so. I am even noticing that my hair is coiling up even tighter as the days go on. Woohoo! Which I love. Who doesn't love a tight curl? But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Hey again, we are here with day 4 curls. I am definitely starting to see how they are day 4 curls. They're getting all like wonky and crazy. Yeah, so you can start to see them down here. It's not what I would like call my styled hair. I mean, I would totally go out like this because I don't give a shit. But I'm here to show you how to make your curls last as long as you can and make them last looking as good as they can for as long as they can. And we're gonna do that. Yeah, you can definitely sit on this side too. They're just kind of looking a little lifeless. Definitely like they didn't wake up with me this morning. I did wear my hair sock last night. I moistened my hair before I put it on, and that definitely helped keep frizz minimal. So you can see it's not crazy frizzy. They're just kind of not like defined. They're more of like a beachy texture. So our main objective today is getting them as wet as possible. And I do encourage you that if the spray bottle isn't working for you, run your head under your shower. Just get your get your head as wet as possible. Because what? Tell me why. Let me hear it. Moisture fights frizziness, and your curls love moisture, and it's just great for your hair. So I'm going to start off by just getting my hair as wet as I can with my spray bottle. And we'll go from there. I went on a run yesterday, and whenever I work out and I want my curls to last, I usually just put my hair half up. So like I'll do a little like half ponytail thing. That just seems to be what works for best. That just seems to be what works best for me, because whenever I put my hair up in a ponytail entirely, it's like pulling my hair more and pulling out the curls more from like more directions, whereas here it's a shorter length of hair that's being pulled. So like that length would be pulled, opposed to the underneath of my hair being pulled entirely up the back side of my head. And it seems to work for me, but do what works for you. My scalp is not itching at all. Pretty much the only signs that I can see of my hair being, you know, lived in a little bit longer than usual is just the flatness in my curls. I'm not showing any excess oils. I'm not feeling any buildup at my roots. It smells amazing. So I'm just gonna keep rocking it until I can't. One thing that you will notice whenever you make your curls last this long is that when it comes time to detangle your hair again, you're probably gonna lose a little bit more than usual. That being said, it's completely normal because you typically lose a certain amount of hair each day. Now, when that amount of hair is being kind of tangled up and held in your hair and your head isn't like naturally shedding it, they're going to build up until the time that you do actually take the time to detangle all of them out. So don't freak out whenever it comes time to detangle and you're surprised that you still have hair on your head. Another side note, I don't diffuse when it comes to, I would say the day 2 is probably the only day that I would even consider diffusing past day 1. That reason being is because whenever you're going to add any type of like airflow into your hair, it is going to separate your curls and increase the amount of frizziness. Today I'm probably going to comb out my roots, but I have to wait until my hair is dried again to show you how I'm going to do that. Side note, my hair takes forever to dry no matter what, but no matter what, the initial styling day always takes the longest. It always takes the longest to cleanse my hair and then go through and do the coiling thing entirely to my hair and apply the products and detangling and diffusing. That combination together always takes the longest. So yes, no matter what, I would prefer to just have to wet down my hair and let it dry. Obviously, it's going to save me a lot of time. So say I need to go somewhere, I can account that into my scheduling time frame of how I'm going to do things, so I can wet down my hair, do my makeup, get ready. Depending on drive time or what have you, by the time I get to where I need to be, my hair is probably going to be styled and ready to go. So I am going to be gently helping those curls defy gravity until my hair is completely dried. I'm going to be flipping it here and there very gently. Whenever I flip my hair, I don't dig my fingers in and do that and flip it. I just kind of grab it as a mass and flip it over and lift my roots up. And right now it'll probably take at least 30 minutes to dry to a point where I can decide what I want to do next. So I'll catch you in a few. All right, friends, so I am back. My hair is completely dried. I don't know if you can tell, but I can. They are looking a little bit lifeless, like they just decided to sleep in. And that's okay, we all deserve to sleep in sometimes. I would say that day 4 is probably going to be the most comfortable that I will be, like making my curls last. I'm going to try it into tomorrow just to see. If it doesn't, and then it may just be a day 2 through day 4 video. And you can see, let me show you under here, I can show you like little baby dreads starting to form. And at that point, it is going to just kind of sacrifice the health of your hair in regards to like breakage and everything. So just use your best judgment, but it doesn't look too great down there. So I'm going to come in with my handy dandy curl comb. This is a comb, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the more dense end, and I'm just going to start by kind of brushing out from the root. So I hope you see like the effect that it's having. It's kind of brushing out the frizziness. And you could do this at any time if you want. I just prefer to do it whenever I'm dealing with a frizzy issue. My personal preference is that I like my curls to be defined as possible, but do your thing. The way that I do it is not like the way by the book to do anything. This is strictly just here to help you. If you can derive anything from these videos, it will help you on your process, because let me tell you, the curly hair process is a freaking pain. Like from the time when you're young to like people, you know, bullying you for having curly hair, and then you straighten it every single day, and then you gotta figure out how to heal that mess from straightening it every single day. And let me tell you, like 6 years ago, I had lost my curl. It was just a little like limp, like spaghetti thing. And I was looking at the photos from when I was a baby, and I had this like crazy curly ginger afro, and I probably looked like Chucky, and yeah, that's probably why kids made fun of me. But we're here today embracing the curls, and I just want you to know there are so many different types of hairs. Whether they're curly or wavy or all these different types of curls and all the different textures, like it's so important to figure out your own journey. So if any part of this helps you, then that's all I came here to do. Sorry about that little intervention. Back to whatever I'm doing. I don't know what to call this. Frizz prevention, that's what we'll call it. We're just making it look like it's not there. And you can take that as far as you want. So if you continue to brush your hair out, obviously it's going to kind of become one sort of uniform wavy texture, however far down you want it to go. It's going to be great for volume and just masking that day 4 look and turning it into something else. My hair naturally lays on this side. So yeah, it's going to mask like guys like these. So you want to make sure that you just kind of brush those out a little bit. Oh, see that? What is that thing? That is a freaking limp noodle. What are you doing? It doesn't work, whatever it is. But we're gonna brush it out and get rid of that weird, like, it's not even a frizz, it's more of like a knotted texture, and it just doesn't work for me. Some of y'all can pull that off. Some of you guys can pull it off really good, but this girl cannot. All right, so in the instance that you have to resuscitate one of your curls, look at that thing. It's a good idea to come back in with some water.
And just give it another chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. In this case, a 4th chance.
All right, cool. So yeah, these are like forming little dreads. This is something that we should take care of before it turns into like us ripping our hair out of our heads in frustration.
Oh, I get it. Oh gosh, it's a bad one.
So I can safely say that I made it to day 4 without my curls going too rogue. I've decided that this will be the last day that I take my curls. Sometimes, when once in a blue moon, I can make them go to day 5. I hope this entire process has made something about this curly life easier for you, because Lord, it ain't easy sometimes. You wake up looking like you wake up looking like something not human, looking like something out of this world. As always, thank all of you for coming here to watch this. It helps me immensely. Every like, subscribe, notification, turn on, share, what have you. I would love to know more about what you want to see from me, and I will serve it. Have an awesome day, everyone. Stay beautiful. I don't like that.